How's JR?
Well, well, Reginald, it's nice to be talking with you
Thank
here
you.
in New
Nice to
York
talk with you.
City on the occasion of this press premiere of Die Hard.
Yes,
I hope you have a percentage of this picture.
yes. Do you have points? Do you have points? No, I don't have pretty points, but I hope it's a big hit. I'll do the sequel. I'll get points in the sequel.
There you go.
That's
There
right.
you go. Now you're talking. Your role is really a pivot. You're one of the pivot characters.
Thank you.
And it was interesting to me because I wonder, as an actor, how you handled it. You're talking with Bruce, but there is no physical presence of Bruce.
That's true.
So how was that? Were you just talking to some AD off camera or what?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I was talking to a script girl who was dressed up to look like Bruce. As a matter of fact,
Now you're kidding me.
Well, no, I'm kidding you. Yes, but it was sort of like that. I mean, unfortunately, he wasn't able to be there for me because his time was limited with this and jockeying back and forth between moonlighting and another production he was working on. So I had him a couple of days, but there were a lot of times I didn't have him, and I understood that before I did it. But what was helpful was that I had a very good director, John McTiernan, who kind of like guided me through each and every frame of the film that needed to be, that I had to talk with Bruce with, and he made it easier because he's the kind of director that really makes you realize what is happening, you know, and that was helpful. And my training and my theater training and theater background also helped a lot, you know. So it was difficult, but I did do it, you know.
Then when you saw it with Bruce's voice in there,
Ooh.
did you have any feelings about, oh, I might have said that a little differently had I known he was going to respond like that?
Oh, yes. Oh, definitely. I sat there both nights watching the things and said, well, I would have done it different. I wish I had time to do it differently again, you know. And you don't really have, you just have to rely on your own best judgment. You know, you have to say, well, that you make the right choices. And, you know, and that's when the director and the cameramen come in and the cinematographer and all those people come in to help you make those right decisions. And I didn't make too many mistakes, you know. I don't think I did anything that I regret totally. You know, I said, well, maybe I would have did a little differently, but not that much.
As something, it's not anything that an audience would ever be perceptive about. I mean,
No.
those are just choices
Not the way
that
they reacted
actors
last
make.
night. That's right.
I'm, of course, very familiar with Century City,
Mm-hmm.
and I got such a kick seeing all that going on there in Century City. But now, actually, how did you film, or how did the company film all of that stuff right there in that environment with everything that goes on there?
Very carefully is what they did. Really, I mean, we had a lot of, sometimes some of the people in the neighborhood would complain, you know, and about all the noise and whatnot, but we had to do it. They actually built a replica of the building, you know. I think it was about, that replica, oh God, it had to be about 30, 40, maybe 50 feet. I'm not exactly sure, but they built it down to the last glass, last brick, everything, and they did most of the special effects with that. But a lot of this, and we were out in front of that Fox Plaza there for 4 months, making noise and creating havoc. But we had a very good camera crew, production crew, and like, I mean, if you messed up something, it was back to the way it was the next day, you know. So it was very interesting to see all of that, you know.
For you, what was the most fun about doing this picture? Was it the action, or was it the people, or?
It was a combination of both. I loved doing the action stuff. I mean, I had never done an action film before where I had to do stunts and whatnot, and that was exciting because, you know, I'm not afraid of doing that, and I wanted to do more, so the director let me do my own stunts. I did drive the car myself and did all of that, and that was fun. And then the people, when you do a Joel Silver picture, Joel Silver and Lawrence Gordon are the producers. When you do a Joel Silver picture, it's like a small family. It's like an ensemble thing, and they make you feel so welcome and so at home that going to work is like going to play. And that gives you a relaxed atmosphere, and you're able to do your best work when you have those kind of conditions around you, you know.
Reginald, what was it like the very first time then that you met Bruce, actor to actor?
Oh, wow. I tell you, the first day I got on the set, he was doing a big fight scene, and I was a little intimidated because, you know, the press tend to play up his personality sometimes in a negative light, and sometimes when you read that, you begin to believe it. You don't know what to expect. And I was a little intimidated, you know, but after a while, I got to know him, and he got to know me, and he's a wonderful guy. I must say that. World, listen, he's a wonderful guy. Don't believe anything you read. He's a fabulous person. He really is. He was very generous with his time, with his professionalism, and his talent, and I really am thankful for that.
Are you at all concerned about the way certain groups are portrayed? For instance, the LA Police Department, the deputy doesn't come off too good, and God knows the newsman doesn't, the television newsman doesn't come off too well.
Well, no, because I feel that it's only an illusion. It's not real. If you can't laugh at yourselves, then what are we? You know, I think that if anybody goes to a movie thinking that FBI people or police people are really like that, then I think they have to think a little bit, or media people. They're not really like that. It's a film, and I really feel sorry for anybody who really believes that. You know, I mean, it's a story. It's play acting. You know, so I'm not too concerned about that.
Fairy tale.
Fairy tale. That's the word.
Reginald, our time is up, but it's been
sorry.
fun talking with you.
Very
I
nice
really
talking with you.
enjoyed it
Yes.
so much.
Thank you.
And I look forward to seeing you in the sequel, if not something in the meanwhile. Okay.
Did you hear that? Thank you.